Darnell, a lot of discussion about your guys' blue line this year. You know, having the potential to be pretty solid here, maybe as solid as it's been in some time. What are your thoughts about the mix and the potential you guys have as a group?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, the individual pieces that we have as a decor, very good defensemen, and a group that played together in the playoffs last year. So you get a lot of familiarity with each other in tough situations, and a group that just likes playing together. So yeah, there's a lot of potential, and I think our group is capable of being a real solid contributor to our group this year. But with that said, we just gotta go out there and play.
This is a pretty playoff-savvy team, obviously. Just going into this season, what's the mindset of just kind of getting through the season and taking another run at the
Yeah, I don't know if it's not getting through the season. It's working our way through the season, dominating and bringing our game that we want to bring from the playoffs from day one. I think for us as a group, an area that we've preached but haven't been good enough in is the start of our seasons, and for us it started day one of camp, and it's got to continue throughout the regular season.
Is the mindset a little different going into this season than maybe it was last season? I know you guys had talked about how it was tough to get over that disappointment. It's a little different this year?
Yeah, I think for a group, probably individually to a man, a very motivated group. Obviously there's the disappointment of losing the first time. I think the second time, it's disappointing as well, and you don't get over it. But with that said, there's a motivation within our group, and you can tell from even before camp.
You guys play third time's a charm here?
We got to give ourselves a chance. Yeah, that's it.
Darnell, for you personally, I'm not sure how you approach a season in terms of setting goals and such. I just wonder about, it's an Olympic year. You've represented Team Canada before. When you're playing well, you're a guy that's right in the mix. Is that something you think about and set as a goal for yourself?
Yeah, for me, I think it's just worrying about taking care of my game and what I can bring to our team off the start here. Like I said, we've been talking about having a big start to our year, and that is just us in this room and playing for the Oilers and the crest on the front of our jersey. So. Is it a dream of mine to play for Canada? Of course. I think it's everyone's dream in our room to represent their country and play in those big moments. But that doesn't come from fantasizing over every day. It comes from work, and for me, it's just taking it one day at a time.
Look at your game the last couple of years when you've been at your best. What do you sort of isolate as things you need to do to make sure that you are at that level this season?
Yeah, legs. It starts with my legs, just skating. Being aggressive, obviously not over-aggressive, but for me when I'm standing still and watching the game, that's not when I'm playing at my best. So for me, playing at my best is being on my toes, being aggressive, and just trusting in all the abilities and capabilities I have.
How does that continuity on the blue line help everyone individually, knowing what you have, knowing what you're playing with, knowing each other so well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it makes the game a little bit easier when you're able to play with guys that you play with over the course of the last few seasons. Stability too, I think, with our group. You look at the pairs, you look at the groups. There'll probably be a lot of stability there this year, and I think everyone's really looking forward to that.
What do you enjoy most about playing with Coach Statue?
Oh, Statue's just he's a pit bull. He goes out there and he works each and every day. He's probably the hardest working guy on the ice. Each practice we have, whether it's morning skate, and with him, you always know where he's going to be. You always know he's going to bring 100% of his effort, and he's a lot of fun to play with.
We're doing a feature on each Canadian team kind of heading into the season, and one of the angles of the feature is this team makes the playoffs if I were to ask you that, this team makes the playoffs if, what would be the answer to that in your mind?
I just think if we play to our potential. Our group is capable of winning tight checking games, high scoring games. We're kind of Swiss Army knife in the way that our game can play when we're playing at our best. But our best really comes down to keeping the puck out of our net, checking, and letting the offense take care of itself.
How does injecting a couple of young guys into the lineup like Howard and Savoy help an older veteran team?
Yeah, obviously the life, the juice that they bring to the rink, the smiles, the emotion, the enthusiasm. I mean, that just helps the group. It's infectious. So when you have some of that, the young blood in your lineup and in your room, it spreads throughout.
Leon and Connor were 1 and 3 on TSN's top 50 players heading into this season. Just maybe a thought on having those two on the same team loaded and how motivated they seem.
I mean, I would have said 1 and 2, but two amazing players, and for us, they are obviously the drivers of our team, and each and every night are able to do some special things on the ice. But as a teammate, it's a lot of fun to be a part of, and you just want to come and push and help each day.
I'm not going to thump you over the head with the contract stuff with Connor, but I'll just ask you, what are you seeing out of him this year in terms of focus, that kind of stuff? Like, what's your sense of him, despite all this going on?
Yeah, no, he's completely focused on the task at hand and trying to win here. He's as dialed in and as hungry as I've ever seen him. So it's fun to be around. Another one of those attributes that is infectious for the group.